Hello everyone! Today we'll be discussing why keeping your trusty X-T3 might be a better idea than upgrading to the new X-T5. Firstly, there's a familiarity and comfort. You spend countless hours with your X-T3. You know it like it's the back of your hand. Every button, every function, every menu, it's all second nature to you. Upgrading to a new camera means redoing much of that, and that takes time. Time you could be using to capture incredible images. Second reason is the build quality. Even though neither of these cameras can match the build quality of the made in Japan X-T1, X-T2, the X-T3 still has a slightly more solid feel in the hand. There is less play in the parts and it feels better to hold. X-T3's proven durability and performance should not be overlooked. This camera has been tested in the field over several years now, proving itself to be a reliable and robust piece of kit. Many photographers can attest to its rugged build and reliability, even in challenging shooting conditions. The X-T5 being newer hasn't had the same amount of time to establish a similar track record. Reason number 3. Let's state the obvious thing here. The X-T3 is still a fantastic camera. It may not have the refined features of the X-T5, but it's pretty much have the same features. It's a reliable workhorse that delivers high quality images. If it's serving you well, why rush to replace it? The difference of the 53% more megapixel is great, but stepping from 26 to 40 is not as big deal as you would be if you were going the other way, from 14 to 26. 26 megapixels are more than good enough, and perhaps even better in some situations, such as readout speeds when it comes to shooting video. Thirdly, keeping your X-T3 could save your money. Upgrading to an X-T5 isn't a small investment. That money could be spent on other things, like lenses, for example, that might impact the image quality more than a new camera do. But the best thing to do might be a photography course, or even a trip to a place you always wanted to photograph. Things that actually makes you a better photographer. Reason number 4. I'm red, and that might symbolize this reason, or perhaps I just changed my mind during post-production and had to reshoot. Either way, it has to do with the manual focusing and the focus peaking. We know from the X-T3 and every other Fujifilm camera prior to the X-T4 at least, that when you half press the shutter, the focus peaking goes away. This is not the case with the X-T5. But well, fair enough. Let's just use that view where you see the full image on one side and a zoomed in image on the other side. The same view where you can move around the zoomed in view with the joystick. We still have that function on X-T5, except that when you use the joystick, it takes you to the view where you change the focusing point. And to come back again, you have to half press the shutter. This makes no sense at all. But the most disturbing thing is that when you use the split image focus aid or the micro prism, these focus aids goes away when you half press the trigger. So that means the most useful focus aid you have in the X-T5 also clutters the whole viewfinder with a red looking image, or blue, yellow, or whatever color you use, making the peaking the thing that draws your attention and never letting you see the clear image that you're supposed to shoot. For me, this is so annoying that I simply don't use the X-T5 with manual lenses. Fujifilm made a huge downgrade in user experience on this one. I hope they will fix this in an upcoming firmware update, or at least make it optional for the user to choose how they want it. Reason number 5. Holding on to your X-T3 can be a statement against the all-too-common pitfall known as the Gear Acquisition Syndrome, or GAS. This is the constant lust for the latest and greatest equipment, driven more by the excitement of new gear rather than genuine need. By consciously deciding to stick with the X-T3, you're resisting this unproductive urge. It's a reminder that the art of photography is not about constantly buying new gear, but about learning, growing, and creating with the gear you have. So let's celebrate making amazing art with our trusty X-T3 and put our creative skills before gear lust. And yeah, I'm well aware about the irony that those words come from a guy on YouTube who have the latest X-T5. That's all for today. I hope you find this video useful and thought-provoking. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you decide to stick with your X-T3 or did you go for the X-T5? I'd love to hear your experiences. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow photographers and friends. Until next time, happy shooting. Thanks for watching.